Then he plays pawn b6. It's a sign that he's trying to develop his bishop. But let's just play the move knight to f3. And once he develops his bishop, we simply get our king out the center of the board. Knight to d7 was played. Looks like he's trying to castle on the queen side. So here's what I'm about to do. To start my attack, I'm going to play the move knight to b5, threatening a royal fork on c7, which means once he castles, his a7 pawn will no longer be guarded. But before I take the a7 pawn, I'm going to play the move knight to d4, which attacks his queen. Now he puts the queen on g6. I have to be a bit careful because he is threatening a checkmate on g2. So to prevent the mate, I'm going to go bishop to f3. I'm also trying to eliminate the fianchettoed bishop, which is one of the main defenders of his king. Pawn to c6 will not help because now I'm going to take on a7 with check. He moves the king. I have 1, 2, 3 attackers on c6. So let's take on c6 with check. It also comes as a fork, which means he is about to lose his rook. He decided to take with his bishop. Let's take with the knight. Still a fork. The king is still forced to move. Now, once he moves the king, taking the rook is immediately winning. But whenever you see a good move, you should be looking for a better one. So instead of trying to take the rook, I'm going to try to go for a checkmate here. So let's play the move queen to e2 with the idea of playing queen to a6. That could lead to a checkmate. Knight to f6 was played. We're still not going to be taking the rook. Let's go queen to a6 check. His king is now forced to move to c7. And we're now trying to go for a checkmate. So here's what I'm going to do. It's very important that we bring as much pieces in the attack. So let's play the move pawn to d4, and that helps us to bring our bishop in the attack. He plays knight to e4, which is an interesting move because my knight on c6 is now under attack. So instead of taking the rook, I'm going to go knight to e5, hit the queen so that way my knight is no longer under attack. His queen is the only piece that is defending the knight, so he also has to be careful where he puts the queen. He moves the queen over to e6, which means he's blundering the knight, and this has to just be game. Now, let's just take the free knight. Queen to a7 will also lead to a checkmate. He decided to take a free pawn. Let's play queen to a7 check, and depending on where he puts the king, we'll know if he's going to be getting mate. King to d6. How do we deliver a checkmate here? So my knight is under attack. Let's go bishop to f4, defending the knight, putting the bishop on the same line as the king. And then once he decides to take a free bishop, now all I need to do is take on b6 with check. The king is not able to go back, which means the king has to move forward. And then because the king has to move forward, I'm able to play the move rook to d1 check. The king still has nowhere to go, which means he has to block with the rook. And once he blocks with the rook, we take the rook, and that's just a checkmate.